This video explores lessons which can be learnt from the Theranos scandal, which saw its founder and CEO Elizabeth Holmes charged with fraud for misleading investors about the effectiveness of its blood testing machine, causing investors to lose billions. Were there any early warning signs, and what can you as an investor learn from this to avoid being scammed in the future? This video is brought to you by I Dream of Money, the channel bringing you videos about business, economics and money. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers by clicking on the like and subscribe buttons so you never miss out on a video to help you become a better investor. Theranos was a market darling thanks to its young female founder, Elizabeth Holmes, who many thought had revolutionized blood testing by only requiring a finger prick sample instead of the vials of blood currently needed. In 2015, Forbes had named Elizabeth Holmes as the youngest and wealthiest self-made billionaire in America and valued Theranos at $9 billion. However, it all came crashing down when investigative journalist John Carreyrou of the Wall Street Journal exposed Theranos for what it was, a scam. He found that Theranos' blood testing machine, called the Edison, didn't actually work and that it was in fact using traditional blood testing machines behind the scenes and increasing the volume of blood samples by diluting them. This then gave rise to inaccurate results, ultimately putting customers' lives at risk. So what were the early warning signs that Theranos was too good to be true? Style over substance. Elizabeth Holmes had all the markings of a successful startup founder. She was a young Stanford dropout who wanted to revolutionize an important area of healthcare by changing diagnostic blood testing. She even went as far as emulating Steve Jobs by wearing a black skivvy everywhere and had even been accused of using a fake deep voice.
I don't have many secrets.
While she was giving interviews with the appearance of being an influential business leader, she did not even have a working product at the time. The lesson here is that the strength of a company's core offering has to come first. If a company doesn't even have a product that is being widely used by consumers, you need to be asking whether it's all it's hyped up to be. Yes, there have been a few examples of successful businesses which investors have taken a chance on before they even had a product. However, these businesses had one important difference compared to Theranos, which brings me to my next point. Lack of relevant expertise in management and on the board. Elizabeth Holmes herself did not have the relevant experience in the science or health industry. You might be able to say the same thing about Mark Zuckerberg at Facebook and Bill Gates at Microsoft, who were both also college dropouts. However, it's one thing to be a college dropout in the tech space and another to be a college dropout when you're dealing with people's health. Also, both Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates had been tinkering with computers and programming since childhood. Elizabeth Holmes had no scientific background in diagnostic testing. And what's more, no one in the Theranos management team did either. Through her connections, Elizabeth Holmes hired an all-star board which included the former US Secretary of State, Henry Kissinger. However, the directors mainly had diplomatic or military backgrounds. Her chief operating officer, Sunny Balwani, similarly had no previous medical experience. The lesson here is that the strength of a company's leadership team is critical to assessing whether they will deliver what they say they will. Whilst it's important that boards have diversity of experience, it should raise red flags when leaders of the company don't have the specific expertise to take the company where it needs to go. Key employees leaving. The company's original chief financial officer, or CFO, Henry Mosley, left the firm after only 8 months. In John Carreyrou's book, Bad Blood, Secrets and Lies in a Silicon Valley Startup, it was revealed that he was fired after confronting Elizabeth Holmes about test results being forged at investor demos to cover for the product's technical issues. Theranos never had a CFO after Henry Mosley was fired, which is incredibly unusual for a company purportedly worth billions. The tragic suicide of chief scientist Ian Gibbons in 2013 was yet another warning sign that all was not right at the company. When key employees leave the company, it is worth asking the question, do they know something that investors don't? In this day and age, it's easy to find this information on LinkedIn, a company's website, or even employee review websites like Glassdoor. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on whether Theranos had any other early warning signs. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe to this channel so we can produce more content to help you become a better investor.